always nickels and dimes. And then now we're coming down to decimal points, like on the New York Stock Exchange. I don't know. It's like a quarter of a cent that we are comparing. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Welcome to That Figure Skating Show. We are back for the World Figure Skating Championships in Montpellier, France. And we are recapping the rhythm dance. And what an event. We had quite a clinic, especially from the top three, all hitting a personal best, some world records. It's gonna be an end of an era, and it's been such a joy to watch all these teams compete.
Mais oui, it was magnifique, but like all good things, it must come to a fin. But so far, the standings. In first place from France, Papadakis and Cizeron with 92.73. In second place from the United States, Hubble and Donahue with 89.72. And in third place, also from the United States, Chock and Bates with 87.51. Let's start with the winners. Asher, what are your thoughts?
I mean, at this point, what is there really to say? We're just adding more conjecture. They're phenomenal. They're amazing. It was whacking fantastic. We've talked about how they have been in a class of their own for so long, and it's because of their connection, their ingenuity, the seamlessness of their edges, turns, going into a required element that you can't even tell that they're doing. To me, they got the gold that has been eluding them. That was the Olympic gold. They got that a few weeks ago. And then here, they're competing in front of their home country. I feel like this is just a victory lap for them as they possibly close out their career, because of course, we do not know if they are retiring, and they haven't really said in definite terms that this would be their last year. But if it is, what a way to go. They're icons.
Absolutely, and I love the way they came into this competition with their foot fully on the gas. You know, they just won the Olympics. They're probably exhausted. They've already won 4 world titles, but they came in looking like this was the Olympics also. Obviously very excited to perform at Worlds in France. They look amazing as always. Just keep getting better.
They have just been in a league of their own this whole time, and they have proven themselves untouchable. And the free dance is just essentially theirs to lose. They're on a clear path for a victory in their home country.
And as you said, a league of their own. Let's move on to the rest of the competition. Sitting in second place from the United States, Hubble and Donahue, looking strong. As always, they're very consistent, very powerful skaters, a ton of range with their performance. What did you think of this skate?
Well, it's Miss Hubbell if you're nasty. I loved this rhythm dance for this entire season. Of course, the Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation, dynamic. They're one of the only teams that when they dance, it's believable. They exude that confidence, that sexiness that needs to come with skating to something like Miss Jackson. Amazing. They almost maxed out everywhere, losing some levels on step sequences, but the judging and technical panel was very hard on pretty much everyone, particularly the Canadians, which we'll get to. But here, hitting a personal best, fresh off that bronze medal at Olympics. This is their victory lap. They have said that they will be retiring. They will be sorely missed, but showing why they are one of the best in the world in the rhythm dance today.
And then moving on to the team in third place, also from the United States, training mates as well with both the top 2 teams, Chock and Bates. Looking strong, amazing Billie Eilish program. We've loved that program all season. What did you think of their skate today?
At this point in the season, it's the last competition in ice dance. It's always nickels and dimes. And then now we're coming down to decimal points, like on the New York Stock Exchange. I don't know. It's like a quarter of a cent that we are comparing. Again, looking super, super duper confident, attacking not only their required elements, but the feeling of the program. Like many people in this event, they were hit and docked marks on their step sequences, probably some unclean turns, but everything else, bonus points. And, they haven't been on the world podium since 2016 when they won the silver medal. So they are definitely hoping to stay at least in the bronze, if not better, as they head into the free dance.
That's actually pretty shocking. I thought they've won more world medals since then, but.
And the people still standing, although standing on the podium may be a little bit out of reach for them today. Gilles Poirier of Canada scoring a disappointing 80.79. There are 4 points behind the Italian team of Fabry and Chenard, a team that they usually are ahead of, but they made a lot of mistakes today. Like I said earlier, the Canadians seem to fare the worst when it came to the technical panel. They lost levels on their pattern type step sequence, only getting a level 2 there. Midline step sequence, a 2, as well as on their pattern style step sequence. They are supposed to remain in hold. There was a little bobble from Paul, and he lost her during her twizzle. So that could have been the reason why they got downgraded such a level to a level 2 on that element, as well as losing, of course, a key point on the Midnight Blues. And it's been hard, it seems, watching their season to be able to recapture that magic and that momentum they had right off the bat in the Grand Prix season, winning Skate Canada. Of course, coming off a disappointing free dance at the Olympic Games, wanting to come here and showing what they can do, not necessarily being rewarded for it.
Unfortunately, it seems to be part of their story. And one thing that is in their favor is they have been here before. They have been knocked down and they've pulled themselves back up. They're very resilient. Ice is slippery. We will see what happens. There's usually not that much movement in dance with an 8-point spread. However, I'm sure that they want to go out and skate freely, and with that much of a point margin ahead of them, maybe that'll give them permission to just let it go.
Heading on to our 2 remaining Canadians, Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen, having a really great skate and scoring a 78.29. Very comparable to what they've been getting all season, actually a little bit on the higher end, but even here still, being dinged pretty badly on all of their elements, level 1 and level 2 on their pattern style step sequence, as well as only a 2 on the midline step sequence. Those are big points. You want to be in the 3s to 4s on that. But again, they're skating beautiful as always. Really enjoy this George Michael program. I'm sure we'll see them sticking around. Hopefully, they got a lot more in the tank, and they're a very special team. And our 3rd Canadian team, Marjorie Lajoie and Zachary Lagas, sitting in 13th with 70.39. Again, another tough day at the office for the Canadians when it came to tech, receiving no key points on their Midnight Blues. That means they got a 1 when the highest can be a 4, as well as a 2 on both of their step sequences. So well below their personal and season's best. But this is a development team. We will see them hopefully much later on in the coming years, getting closer and closer to that podium and hopefully eventually stepping on it.
And of course, we want to give a shout out to the Ukrainian team of Alexandra Nazarova and Maxim Nikitin, who, like their compatriot in the men's event, wore a national team t-shirt in support of their country.
Yes, and they did a last-minute music change to 1944 by Jamala, a Ukrainian singer with lyrics that speak about past wars in the Ukraine, as well as a remix to a Ukrainian national song by somebody who actually is currently fighting in the war. Showing the importance of art and being able to, speak to your experience, send a message to the whole world, and, doing something much deeper than just figure skating.
So that is all we have for the rhythm dance at the World Figure Skating Championships. Let us know what you thought.
Yeah.
Oh, we want to hear from you. We always want to hear from you. No matter what you have to say, write it in the comments below. I mean, be nice, but if you can't, just say it anyways, and we'll read it. It's fine.
Oh, they'll say it
It's
anyways.
Good. It's good.
That's
Yeah.
what we love. We love
good.
the
It's good.
honesty. Thank
Yeah.
you. And be on the lookout for our other recaps. The women's free program. You will be getting another new world champion. So be on the lookout for that.
Hey guys, it's Asher and Dylan from That Figure Skating Show.
And if you liked this video, and don't lie, we know you did, there's actually more where that came from.
So subscribe to CBC Sports and click it.
Click
Click
it
it
real
real good.
good.